Would it be considered rude to ask to switch seats with someone on a long flight? Not at all, as long as you don't get entitled. Window seats are also popular with a lot of people, so you will likely find someone who wants it. You can ask, just don't get upset when and if they say no. It's never rude to ask, but don't push once they've responded. Once you pressure the issue and bully them, you become the rude a-hole. I would just ask at the gate. Given your height, I'd imagine they'll be somewhat sympathetic. Sometimes people pay extra to get window seats. For the average aisle passenger, it may be an upgrade. Just ask around a bit before the flight. I like the window seat, so I'd switch with you. I'd take you up on that. But most people who book an aisle usually did it for a reason. Personally, I hate getting up all the time for people when they use the restroom and people, carts brushing against me as they pass. And thankfully I am short enough that I have enough legroom. The worst they can say is no. Don't approach anyone like you expect them to give their seat up. But I'd be nice and give up my seat if someone was nice to me. This might be too obvious, but have you tried changing your seat on the app? Or calling the airline and asking them why you can't select your seat when you paid extra to do so? I'm 6 feet 7 inches. And asking at the gate for a different seat or getting moved always seems to work. Once they see how tall I am, they usually get it and make it happen. Try to get it done sooner rather than later. Ask at check-in or at another gate if no one is at the gate when you get there. See if you can go to an emergency exit aisle. They have the most room. Like any other time asking for a favor, don't be a dick if they don't change your seat. And be super thankful if they do. Entitlement is a plague. First off, once a day check the app website in case a seat opens up. Second line of approach is at check-in, where you ask the agent if she can move you. If neither of those approaches works, it's fine to ask as long as you're not pressuring anybody. Why don't you contact the airline? If you paid to select your seat, then didn't get to, that's a customer service problem and they should make it work for you. As for asking to exchange seats, you will need to be very meek and sweet about it. Even a hint of entitlement will make you an AH. There's nothing wrong with asking, but you have to graciously accept whatever answer is given to you. If they say no, say, I get it, thanks anyway, and take your window seat. Asking is fine. Pressuring is not. Everyone has a right to their assigned seats without having to be pestered about wanting to keep their seat. You can ask, but you shouldn't demand. Check in online the moment it opens, often 24 hours before departure, as you may be able to select a seat at that time. Especially if you paid a premium for seat selection. If it's automatically assigned, get to the airport 3 hours before boarding and speak to a check-in agent directly to see if they can help you. If you still don't get an aisle seat, politely ask a flight attendant if they could help you. Sometimes, they're trying to help others juggle seats, such as families sitting together. Having someone willing to give up a window seat is in your favor. Another thing you can do is look up what model plane is assigned for this flight and check out the seating layout on the website Seat Guru. Ideally, you want a bulkhead seat, not just an aisle seat. And depending on the layout, there may be a center section bulkhead seat that would be better for you. As well, usually, there's at least one window that is blocked for routing, wiring and mechanical systems. If that's the seat you've been assigned, it may be harder to switch, but you never know. It wouldn't be rude. It would be if you fought with someone for saying no. Accept whatever answer you're given and you're good to go. Certainly not rude to ask. I like the aisle, but I like a window too and am 5 feet 9. So would think nothing of switching. I prefer the aisle, but I don't really care because I tend to sleep for most of a flight. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask. Especially if you have a valid reason. Just don't be a dick if they say no and you're fine. I prefer window seats, so I'd happily trade with you. Some airlines make you pick the seat when you book, not when you check in.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.